One of the most famous Filipino dishes is adobo. Usually it's cooked with chicken or pork, but here I'm gonna do it with these dino beef ribs, aka Chuck short ribs. Here I am seasoning up these ribs pretty generously with a mixture of salt, pepper, and yeah, that's about it. Getting that all on these ribs. Gonna set those aside for a second so I can get them into a baking pan because we are going to place these in the oven. But before I do that, I am going to wrap this tightly with some heavy duty aluminum foil. Get all nicely tightly wrapped up. That's now ready for a couple of hours into the oven. When that's almost done, I'm gonna take a couple cloves of garlic and I'm going to smash them because I want to release the flavor of these heads of garlic. It has something to do with something called allicin, and I won't get into the science, but let's just say that smashing your garlic is going to make it real nice. I'm gonna mince it up roughly, nothing fancy here. Take that aside, and now we have our meat. It's been a couple of hours, and it's time to actually first poke a hole in the corner because we want those precious juices. That's not going to go to waste. I'm gonna go ahead and pour that off into a measuring cup. Make sure you get every single bit of it because that is going to be important for our adobo. Yeah, you can see it has a nice layer of fat, and if you like, you can get rid of the fat at the top. Oh, better clean up the counter too. Don't be a messy boy like me. But like I was saying, we got quite a bit of fat in there. If you want to skim it, go for it. I'm not. Now, let's actually get our meat out of the pan. Let's take this foil off. And now we have our ribs all nicely cooked. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the bones because you cannot eat bones. Nice. Going to set that aside again so we can get our handy dandy cutting board. And once it's all in place, got our trusty knife, and we are going to start slicing this into chunks. And there's no wrong or right way to do it. I'm just going pretty rough here. So if you get it looking like that, well then you are in store for an unctuous, yummy, delicious dish. We're not there yet. Let's put this aside yet again, and let's actually get started on that pot. Over a pretty high flame, let's say medium high, we're gonna get our pot and add some cooking oil. And while that is slowly coming up to heat, because that's going to take a while, I'm gonna go ahead and add in the garlic that we just smashed and minced. And I'm also gonna add in some bay leaves because bay leaves and garlic are the main aromatics for a good adobo. So I'm just going to let those cook a little bit just to release the flavor into that oil, and that'll release the flavor into our adobo. Now I'm gonna add the meat juices. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Get that all poured into there. I'm also going to add in some Filipino soy sauce, and I'm also going to add in some white Filipino cane vinegar. Awesome, because these will build up the flavors of this adobo. These are the main flavors: soy sauce, vinegar, garlic, bay leaf. Now that it's all simmering, we'll go ahead and drop in our chunks of short rib meat. Just go ahead and get that all into the pot and make sure you don't have any go overboard. That's why I was being real careful here. Get it all in there. You don't want to waste any bit of that. And once that's all in the pot, we're just going to give it a little stir to sort of just combine everything and make everything all nicey nice. Now, once everything's in there, I'm actually going to kill the heat and cover it for a couple of minutes. And once you're ready, serve it up with some rice, and look how nice that is with the rice. Time to taste.
Whoa. Camera bloom, but delicious. But till next time, YFP out.